Right. Hello, September the 1st. It feels a little bit like Jack and Ori with Hagan Fox. I feel as though I have a little book here going, once upon a time, there was a little astrologer who had big dreams and he had a Virgo moon. So he was always going to be a little bit fragile, but he became stronger. Here he is. Probably the worst Jack and Ori story you ever heard. Right. For all of you who don't know what Jack and Ori is, it was a little children's program where a famous person read a book for us as children. Now, September the 1st is Saturn moving back into Pisces. No, says Pisces. Is this bad news for me? And is it bad news for me too, says Virgo, who sits opposite Pisces. A little bit tricky. You may find your lives, Pisces and Virgos, going a little bit wayward, like that, sort of wibbly wobbly. The rest of us, we just have to kind of wing it, because when Saturn goes reverses into Pisces, structure sort of dissipates. He's unhappy, which is why it impacts Pisces and Virgos. Capricorn, non-emotional robot, despot that he is, can't bear being in Pisces, absolutely loathes it. So he's unhappy and grumpy, which impacts you, poor Pisces and Virgos. Only until January 2026. So it's not too long. And then the rest of us, if you try and be structured with a grumpy Capricorn, Saturn not really being bothered, could be a bit tricky. So ultimately, it is a period between now and January 2026. If life feels slightly ill-structured, slightly all over the shop, it's not you, it's Saturn rolling back into Pisces. Don't stress, run with it, kind of wing it. Think, if ever there was a time when you don't need to be structured because it's just not going to make, but it's going to make fuck all difference. There you go. Put it in plain English. You can just, it's a period of winging it. It's a period where structure might not be ever present. And if that's the case, you just be fast on your feet, wing it a little bit. Duck and dive, and don't overstress. But effectively, it's not the end of the universe. It's just little Pisces and little Virgos need to stay calm if life goes awry. It's a truly temporary situation, which will resolve itself dramatically in the not too distant future. That's Monday, 1st of September. Howdy doody. Right, here we go. This is September the 2nd. What's happened today? Mercury enters Virgo. Ah, you say. Well, in that case, I can be organized. Well, yes, but Virgo does not rule Mercury, or Mercury does not rule Virgo. I will do a little reel about that in due course. But effectively, Mercury is happy, no less, in Virgo. And so, when Mercury is in Virgo, it is true that if you have, it's only there for a couple of weeks, so it's true that if you have a shitload to get done in a compressed period of time, it's like I have 417 things I need to complete and be hideously organized, structured, and disciplined about it. Surely it's not possible, you say to yourself in a quite dramatic fashion. Well, hold on. It is conceivably possible when Mercury is in Virgo for 2 weeks. There you have it. If there is a garage overladen with shit and you've been hammering your husband or partner for a long while saying, I will fucking leave you if that isn't cleared by the end of today, give him a 2-week window. Starts today, September 2nd. And if he hasn't cleared the garage by September the 16th, a new toy boy beckons. Wow. September the 3rd. My father, my dear father, my mentor, my fellow astrologer, was born on September the 3rd. Here's a story about numbers 3, 12, 21, and 30. If you were born on one of those 4 days, 3, 12, 21, or 30, ruled by Jupiter, there's a law, astrological law, L-O-R-E, which decrees if you're born on 3, 12, 21st, or 30th of any single month throughout the centuries, you were a good soul in a previous life. It's a little badge of honor that you should wear with pride. I was born on you can have a badge. Anyone born on those 4 days can make a homemade badge, and the homemade badge should read, I think put a swear word in there. I was a fucking good soul in a previous life. Stuff like that. You are legally able to do so if the legal documentation comes with the caveat that this originated from the ethereal realm. Anyway, this day is remarkable. You've got Mercury square Uranus, so that's kind of warning on one level. So from sort of getting shit done yesterday, all good, Mercury square Uranus. So while you're getting all this wonderful stuff done that commenced yesterday, today might be an unexpected blip, because when Uranus is square, unexpected things can happen, and they can be actually magical, but they can be just dreadfully unexpected. It's like, I don't know, like one day I had an old 3-litre Mercedes SLK, and I came back one day to find that either my mother or my brother had dropped a wardrobe on it. It's that kind of day. I wasn't overly happy. What I loved about this story is that they both denied it. Right. But it's like, okay, I understand you're both denying this fact that you dropped the wardrobe on the car, but there was no one else within a 500-mile radius when it occurred. So you're trying to tell me that one of the roaming kittens and cats in my mother's house was guilty of toppling over the wardrobe? Yes, said my mother. There you go. Anyway, unexpected events could occur today, so just be on your tippy toes on that one. Secondarily, magical day. This is a day when you could really meet your soulmate. This is Jupiter trying the North Node. This is freaking destiny aligned with luck, right? Destiny and luck on Wednesday, the 3rd of September. So, if you've decided to put your slippers on, eat, I don't know, I sort of dug out 25 hot cross buns from April or March. Don't. Burn the slippers. Give the hot cross buns to the snoring dog in the corner and get your glad rags on and get out. I don't care whether it's a quiz night, pub night, comedy night, little quiet gig in a pub somewhere. If you're single, man, oh man, oh man, is this one of the #1 days this year where you could meet wonderfully, unexpectedly, your soulmate, the true love of your life, the one you've been waiting for fucking ever, okay? So, no pajamas, no slippers, no nonsense. Get out and just be receptive. Jupiter trine North Node is magical destiny. It's synchronicity. It's kind of Kismet-esque. Wow. Yeah, very much so. Gosh, I'm loving this week. Sun semi-sextile. Sun semi-sextile. Remind myself. Sun semi-sextile. Yes. Venus. So whereas yesterday was luck and destiny and kismet and synchronicity, today is just kind of love, not even lust. It's like just love. So this applies to everyone who's in a relationship, really. It could be one of those magical days where you look into one another's eyes and mean it when you say, I truly, truly, I just love you so much. I feel absolutely blessed that you're in my life. And the reason you will say that is because you will feel the energy of the sun trine Venus. It brings out the deep-rooted sort of romantic in every one of us. So even if you're a raging Taurian fire ox or something like that, who the last time they were romantic was probably in 1712, even they may whisper in their clearly long-suffering partner's ear, I love you, sweetheart. That kind of day is beautiful. Mars square Jupiter. Bam! It's that kind of day, right? But Mars and Jupiter is actually a very famous aspect when they come together. It's a sporting aspect. It's a sporting aspect. A very famous one. If you're born with Mars conjunct Jupiter, that'll be me. There is allegedly, I never reached the potential, alas, but I'm not bad at sport. But it is an indicator of a great sportsman or woman. I'm letting down that aspect somewhat, but that's what it's associated with. It's all about energy and power and drive and ambition and physicality. So you can apply that energy to anything. It could be, I don't know, rolling in a in a hay barn at the end of a meadow, drinking cider. It could be that. It could actually be you running not a heptathlon. What was triathlon? A triathlon. It's a triathlon day. It's just a really energized day. But it could, because it's square, because it's Mars, and because it's Mars, it could become overly sort of energized. But it's nothing negative. It's a really positive square. So effectively, you must utilize and harness the energy of Mars, and understand that it has a dose or a smidgen, like a sort of, it's a wash with good fortune, courtesy of, just remove that, courtesy of Jupiter. So it's a fabulous day. It's a fabulous day. I think of all the options available to me, I quite like the idea of a half-empty bottle of cider in a hay barn at the end of a meadow. I think that took me back to when I was 15. I think it was Mandy. Poor thing. That's Friday the 5th. Howdy doody. This is Saturday the 6th of September, and Uranus, who recently entered on July the 7th, entered Gemini, right? He started to go retrograde again, or well, not again, already. So he's in Gemini, but he's going retrograde. So when Uranus goes retrograde, Uranus is all about change, like immediate, dramatic, consistent change. This is Uranus's gig, right? So when Uranus goes retrograde, and you've just been, all of us have been overwhelmed by the enormous amount of change that's been occurring since July the 7th, and you're thinking, Jesus, fuck me, I can't cope with any more freaking change type mindset. Relax. Because the change is going to slow down. It's going to slow down a little bit, okay? And then it's going to shuffle back into Taurus for a little while, which will really calm things down. And then back in, and then it'll sort of start going in the right direction again. And it goes in the right direction or forward motion in November this year. So there's a little window here of 3 months or so where everything dramatic and change-esque that's been occurring will slow down. We are able to take a breather, but be assured, once Uranus goes back forward motion in Gemini, we are in for a 6.5 year period of the most dramatic change that has probably ever occurred in the history of life. Because when Uranus is in Gemini, it is the maverick Uranus and the sort of techno kid playing wildly and unexpectedly, but they both have the best of intentions. Uranus is a maverick and it loves to change things up, but its motive is positive. And Geminis, if they're tinkering, they're also positive and optimistic. So this is not a time to be concerned or overwhelmed by life. It's a time to be excited, and you have a little time to dwell before it really kicks in November. That is Saturday the 6th of September. Goodness me, we made it. Wow. Sunday the 7th of September, and we make it, and we are aligned with a total lunar eclipse in Pisces. Now, here's the truth. Every newspaper, magazine across the globe will be talking about the total lunar eclipse in Pisces on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the thing with journalism per se, anything that looks amazing and dramatic and sensational, it will be published. absolutely, and built up as if it was some magnificent event. And it is a magnificent event, but does it impact us? No! It's a visual event. A visual event. Does it impact us? Well, the full moon in Pisces could affect you, but actually it's trine Jupiter. It's a lovely, benefic, not overly energized, pretty chill full moon. I'd say, and of course, obviously the rhetoric will be, it's dramatic, it's this, it's, oh, it's scary, or whatever it might be. You can just imagine the, the nonsense that'll be written about it. It's a beautiful visual setting, experience per se. It's Pisces, so it's very ethereal, nurturing, sort of rebirthing type moon. It's a happy moon, even though it's a full moon. And the moon is relatively happy in Pisces, can get quite emotional. It's not even that emotional, this moon, because the Jupiterian connection, the trine to Jupiter, is basically saying, if you have the option to cry, watch a movie instead of, I don't know, yeah, but watch that like a funny movie. Cry at the, cry at beautiful things. That's this Pisces moon is. If you want to cry and you feel emotional about beautiful things, benefic, happy, positive things, because that's what Jupiter would want, and it's trine the moon. This is not the day to be deeply emotional and think about the past and reminisce and everything that you would normally associate with a Piscean moon. Well, fuck that. No. Optimism, happiness, joy, and a visual spectacular. Boom! Done. Done, done, done. I did it inside today because I went outside and it was windy and the camera toppled over. And then my hair was awry and I just thought, oh, well, screw this. So I came inside. I hope you don't mind. Now, as always, I really appreciate your unbelievable contribution to my life. You comment on everything. I love it. I always say I'm beyond busy, and I'm actually off to Italy shortly because I'm going to go see my girls. I haven't seen them for too long, so I am a forlorn dragon right now. So I'm off, and why have I said that? That's right. So there will be a couple of days where I'm kind of like just traveling and stuff like that. But I always read your comments. I try and like make remarks, respond, love hearts here and there and everywhere, because I really appreciate everything you say. It's a combination of things. It's like you always tell me where you are, which is joyous to me. You make me laugh with some of your comments. You'll correct me sometimes. Somebody said the other day, I posted something, I had to take it down because somebody correctly said that I got Princess Diana's numerological number wrong, which is absolutely correct, and well done. This is the kind of stuff I love. You're like my little, like a little team, just making sure I don't like wobble off the straight and narrow. And you follow me and you subscribe, and as always, it's a two-way gig, and I absolutely find it invaluable, and it's amazing. And I think I've said it 1,000 times. There is an upcoming announcement too soon, which will be really benefic, not just for, just for everyone, for all of us. It's going to be super cool, super exciting, and yeah, you'll love it. That's it for this week. I'll see you next week from a different country, my favorite one.